Some games, even as the years go by, continue to impress and maintain their relevance. Instead of being lost to time, these titles stand strong, constantly revisited and admired. They have something special that makes them timeless, whether it's innovative gameplay, impressive graphics for their time, or simply getting the formula for fun right. Even with new releases, these games continue to be compared to the most modern ones, showing that, when made with quality, they never lose their shine. The beauty of these games is that, even after all this time, they are still considered incredible. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel, where I bring daily content so you never miss a detail of the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be thrilled from one gamer to another. Kicking off our video, we have Mirror's Edge, a game that brought a fresh approach to the parkour and action genre. With its gameplay focused on speed and agility, the game stands out for its fluidity, where running, jumping, and climbing are essential for navigating urban environments. The narrative follows a heroine trying to bring down an oppressive regime in a futuristic city, and while the story is simple, it keeps the focus on action and freedom of movement. The minimalist design and visually unique style make every scene a treat for the eyes. The gameplay is marked by intense jumps and maneuvers, encouraging maximum exploration of the environments. Combat is minimized, prioritizing escape and agility over direct confrontation, creating an experience where every move becomes crucial. Interaction with the environment is fluid and organic, with a feeling of immersion as you rush through the streets and buildings at high speed. Mirror's Edge's visuals have aged impressively, with its use of bright colors and a minimalist graphic style that remains appealing. The combination of design and gameplay results in a unique experience, where the sensation of constant motion is the main feature. The game has remained relevant over the years, proving that an innovative approach can guarantee longevity and continue to make an impact on the gaming scene. In second place, we have Dishonored 2, a game that continues to offer one of the most immersive experiences in the stealth action genre. The story follows two protagonists, each with unique abilities, on a quest to reclaim a usurped throne and restore order. The game offers a rich narrative, with themes of vengeance, loyalty, and freedom, intertwined with a detailed world full of intrigue. How decisions shape the story and the world around you is one of its most remarkable aspects. The gameplay is based on the freedom of action, allowing you to choose between direct attacks or stealth to overcome challenges. The character's supernatural abilities are one of the biggest draws, offering various creative ways to approach each mission. Combat is fluid, but the true essence of the game lies in exploring the environment and using power strategically to manipulate enemies and the setting to your advantage. Dishonored 2's visual design has aged gracefully, with detailed environments capturing the steampunk atmosphere and the ruins of a decaying empire. Each area is unique, full of life and stories to be discovered, with a focus on creating settings that enhance immersion. Interacting with the world is rich, with many ways to complete objectives and explore the consequences of your choices. Dishonored 2 not only improved on the formula of the first game, but also set new standards for stealth action games, maintaining its relevance and impact over time. In third place, we have Far Cry Primal, one of the most unique games in the franchise, transporting you to a distant era, prehistory. Instead of using modern weapons, you find yourself immersed in a savage world where survival depends on primitive weaponry and animal control. The story follows a tribal leader seeking revenge while fighting to survive against rival tribes and the wild nature around him. The plot, though simple, is engaging, highlighting themes of survival and leadership. The combat and exploration are entirely focused on adapting to the environment, where you must use hunting tactics and ambush strategies to protect yourself and gather resources. Interacting with animals is a highlight, as you can tame them to help you in battle or exploration. Every action in the game revolves around survival in a hostile and primitive world. The design is a visual masterpiece, with vast wild landscapes and a sense of authenticity in creating a primitive world. Interaction with the environment is deep, and the sound of nature and music complement the immersive atmosphere. Even years after its release, Far Cry Primal holds up as one of the most unique titles in the series, establishing its own legacy within the franchise. In fourth place, we have Okami, a game that combines art and mythology, standing out for its unique gameplay. Set in Japan, the story follows a wolf goddess who must restore nature and defeat evil forces. The narrative is rich in symbolism, blending elements of Japanese folklore with a story of redemption and strength. Each stage of the game reveals more about the world as you progress on the epic journey. The gameplay is marked by the divine painting mechanic, where using a brush allows you to create elements in the environment and solve puzzles. Combat mixes hand-to-hand attacks with special powers gained along the journey. The open world offers several areas to explore, with secrets and missions that encourage exploration. Character progression adds new abilities, making each challenge more interesting. The visual design was stunning, with an aesthetic that harkens back to traditional Japanese paintings. The game is filled with vibrant colors and meticulous details, making every scene a work of art. The sound design complements the visuals, bringing sounds that enhance the tranquility and immersion in the environment. This title has remained relevant over the years, proving its uniqueness in the world of games. In fifth place, we have Sleeping Dogs, an action game set in the streets of Hong Kong. The plot follows an undercover cop infiltrating a criminal organization, bringing themes of loyalty and betrayal to the forefront. The story is full of twists, where each choice impacts the course of events. The narrative is engaging and stays dynamic until the very end. Combat is one of the game's greatest strengths, with a fluid and brutal system that uses martial arts techniques. Car chases are also intense, maintaining the fast-paced action rhythm. The open world is full of activities and side missions, making exploration interesting. Character customization allows you to adapt your combat style as you progress through the game. The design of Sleeping Dogs is impressive, with Hong Kong recreated vibrantly and full of life. Each street, market, and alley is detailed, offering an immersive world. Interaction with the environment is fluid, making every confrontation and activity feel natural and exciting. The game remains relevant to this day, regarded as one of the best action titles. In sixth place, we have Bioshock, a game that redefined the first-person shooter genre by blending a deep narrative, innovative gameplay, and unique world. Set in the submerged city of Rapture, the story revolves around a man who must explore the city to understand his origins and the chaos that has overtaken it. With a plot full of twists and moral choices, Bioshock delves into themes like freedom, power, and human nature. Combat combines traditional weapons with psychic powers known as plasmids, allowing players to use creativity to defeat enemies in various ways. Exploration is crucial, as each environment and object reveals part of Rapture's history. Decisions made throughout the game, like saving or exploiting the Little Sisters, have direct consequences on how the story unfolds. Rapture is not just a setting, but a character itself, with its decaying streets and environments telling the story of the society that once existed there. The visuals mix beauty and horror, with Art Deco architecture crumbling alongside the shadows of madness and human obsession. Every corner of the city has its own narrative, and the game's design immerses you in this world so deeply that the city of Rapture stays with you long after. In seventh place, we have Uncharted 2, a game that took the franchise to new heights with an engaging story and cinematic action moments. The plot follows Nathan Drake on a quest for the mythical Cinnamoni Stone, facing ruthless enemies while exploring exotic locations. The narrative weaves thrilling twists with a fast-paced rhythm, keeping the focus on action and unraveling mysteries throughout the journey. The gameplay is smooth and action-packed, featuring dynamic combat, challenging platforming, and intense shootouts. Character progression keeps the game interesting, unlocking new abilities and weapons as you progress. The variety of environments, from ancient temples to vast mountain landscapes, keeps exploration fresh and captivating. Each mission introduces new mechanics and challenges, making the game always exciting. The art direction and graphics continue to impress, with every scene meticulously designed to be visually stunning. The game blends action sequences with suspenseful exploration moments, creating a unique atmosphere. Each location has its own identity, whether it's a lost ancient city or a dense jungle, offering a sense of immersion. Uncharted 2 marks a milestone for the franchise, leaving a legacy of action, storytelling, and adventure. In eighth place, we have Tomb Raider, a reboot that brought a fresh perspective to the franchise, introducing a younger and more vulnerable Lara Croft. The story follows the protagonist's struggle for survival on a deserted island, facing enemies and challenges while trying to uncover the secrets of an ancient cult. The narrative is engaging and emotional, exploring character development as she faces the chaos surrounding her. The game focuses on combat, exploration, and puzzle solving, with gameplay that blends intense action with moments of reflection. Combat revolves around quick, stealthy attacks, while exploration requires you to use the environment to your advantage. Lara's progression, through new skills and equipment, opens up new possibilities and areas to explore, keeping the game's pace always thrilling. The immersion is guaranteed by how each area is constructed, with environments full of details like ancient ruins and dense forests, creating a mysterious atmosphere full of secrets. Action scenes combined with slower exploration moments maintain a perfect balance between adrenaline and tension. The game stands out by transforming Lara into a developing heroine, offering a journey of personal growth amid a hostile world. In ninth place, we have Ryse Son of Rome, a game that places you at the heart of the Roman Empire, putting you in the shoes of a soldier seeking vengeance. The story follows a man's journey of struggle and self-discovery while dealing with betrayals and challenges. The narrative is engaging, with intense action moments and battles that test the player, but also present moral dilemmas and leadership challenges. The journey, marked by intrigue and glory, keeps the plot moving at a fast pace. Combat stands out for its brutality and precision, demanding attention to every move. With mechanics that reward counterattacks and attack combinations, each battle becomes a test of skill and strategy. The game also offers moments of exploration, allowing you to dive into the world and details of ancient Rome. The character progression is well-defined, with the protagonist's evolution becoming part of the story. Though time has passed and hundreds of games have been released since its launch, the graphics of Son of Rome are still remembered as a benchmark for visual beauty. The recreation of Rome and its battlefields continues to impress, often compared to modern game graphics. The attention to detail in the architecture and characters remains timeless, showcasing how the technology of the era was used to create a unique representation of a historical empire. Ryse remains an example of how graphics can be immersive and its visual influence remains relevant. In 10th place, we have Metro 2033, a game that plunges you into a dark post-apocalyptic world where survival takes place deep underground in the former metro stations of Moscow. The narrative takes you through a devastated world, where mutants and hostile factions create a constant atmosphere of tension. The plot is dense and focuses on the hardships of trying to preserve humanity in a completely desolate setting. Combat blends stealth with survival strategies, using scarce ammunition and improvised weapons. Every encounter demands caution, as any mistake can be fatal. The environment is filled with dangers and mysteries, and exploring the dark, suffocating metro stations adds a layer of immersion to the challenge. Interaction with the world requires quick thinking, as the scarcity of resources forces you to adopt a more tactical approach. The game's visual atmosphere is striking, with the design of the stations and devastated terrain being incredibly detailed, making the world immersive and tense. Even years after its release, Metro 2033 remains a benchmark for the genre, with its unique portrayal of a post-apocalyptic world. Its influence on survival and underground exploration games remains strong, leaving a lasting mark on immersive world design. In 11th place, we have infamous Second Son, an action game set in Seattle where you control a young man with extraordinary powers. The story revolves around a man's fight against an oppressive government as he seeks justice and freedom for those who have been wronged. The plot blends themes of power, responsibility, and choice, allowing you to follow a path of morality or rebellion. The combat is dynamic and exciting, with supernatural abilities unlocked as you progress. Each power acquired offers new ways to attack and defend, and the fluid combat system lets you use the environment to your advantage. Exploring the city is also a key part of the game, with the ability to scale buildings and move quickly around the map. The balance between action and narrative keeps the game engaging until the very end. The recreation of Seattle is one of the most detailed and realistic in open-world games. The city is alive with intricate details, featuring various neighborhoods and landmarks, all visually impressive. Interacting with the environment is essential, and using your powers in the surroundings makes you feel connected to the world. Even years after its release, the game remains one of the franchise's greatest successes in terms of design and storytelling. In 12th place, we have Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands, a game that returns to the franchise's roots, focusing on acrobatic combat and challenging puzzles. The story follows the prince as he tries to save his kingdom from a supernatural army, facing creatures and unraveling ancient mysteries. With an engaging narrative, the game blends action with moments of reflection, as the prince must deal with the consequences of his own mistakes. Combat is dynamic, combining swift attacks with parkour movements to defeat enemies smoothly. The prince's abilities expand as the game progresses, allowing him to manipulate time and control the elements around him. The game demands agility and precision, with the player constantly jumping, running, and climbing to overcome obstacles. The gameplay remains intense, mixing action with puzzles, challenging both your mind and motor skills. The visual design of the Forgotten Sands is impressive, with vibrant recreations of palaces, temples, and arid landscapes. Each environment is unique and meticulously detailed, making the world feel alive and rich in history. The use of warm colors and visual effects, such as time manipulation, creates a fluid feel that matches the acrobatic movement. Even as time passes, the game is remembered as one of the franchise's most striking. In 13th place, we have Alan Wake, a game that blends action, mystery, and psychological elements to create a gripping story. The plot follows a horror writer searching for his missing wife in a dark town, facing his own neuroses and fears. The narrative delves deep into the protagonist's psyche, exploring the thin line between reality and fiction, with touches of suspense and psychological horror. Combat focuses on using light as a key tool to fight the shadows and monsters encountered along the way. The story progresses like a tale within a tale, maintaining a rhythm of suspense and mystery. Exploration also plays a significant role, with dark locations and interactions that help build the atmosphere. Every clue discovered in the environment is a vital piece of the larger puzzle. The visual design of Alan Wake is exceptional, with a dense atmosphere full of details that make the world feel both real and insane. The lighting, which is crucial in combat, also helps create an environment of constant tension. Even with time, the game remains relevant for its unique narrative and the way it captures psychological fear, becoming a cult classic in the action and mystery genre. In 14th place, we have Assassin's Creed Unity, a title that, despite technical issues at launch, was improved over time and remains one of the franchise's most impressive games. Set during the French Revolution, the game features a highly detailed Paris, where every street and monument plays a part in the story. The narrative focuses on revenge, redemption, and the fight for justice, blending fiction with historical events. At launch, the game faced several bugs that impacted gameplay, but over the years, updates fixed these issues and improved stability. The gameplay was refined, introducing new parkour and combat mechanics that made movement feel more fluid and natural. The progression system was adjusted, offering more customization and choices throughout the journey, keeping the game relevant. The setting of Unity is one of the most memorable in the series, with an impressive recreation of Paris, where interaction with the world is vital for progress. The city not only serves as a backdrop, but also acts as a living character, reacting to your actions. The game's transformation over time is an example of how a title initially hindered by flaws can be redeemed and become a great game. With the removal of launch errors, Unity remains one of the best action-adventure experiences in the Assassin's Creed universe. Let's talk about Hitman Absolution, released in 2012. It changed the series' formula, swapping sandbox gameplay for a cinematic narrative, which sparked controversy at the time. But time has proven that it has unique qualities. Its dark visuals and dramatic lighting have aged better than many games from that era, with environments that still impress due to their rich detail. The noir thriller atmosphere remains immersive, adding weight to every decision. The gameplay kept the essence of the series despite the changes. Missions offer multiple approaches, whether using creative disguises, eliminating targets with environmental traps, or slipping away without a trace. The AI reacts in surprising ways. Enemies notice fresh blood, hear suspicious footsteps, and even grow wary of poorly executed disguises. The tension never fades. Absolution may have been the black sheep of the franchise, but today it's a cult classic. Its tense soundtrack, striking art direction, and moments of pure style, like the iconic hotel mission, prove that innovation doesn't always mean failure. For those who enjoy stealth with personality, it remains a visceral experience, and proof that good games only get better with age. Next, we have Metal Gear Rising, a game that brought a fast and frantic combat style to the famed action and espionage franchise. Initially launched with some technical issues, the game was improved over time, resolving many bugs and improving overall stability. The story follows Raiden, a cyborg with extraordinary abilities, on his mission to defeat powerful enemies and tackle conspiracies that threaten the world. The narrative, full of action and twists, complements the game's fast-paced rhythm. The gameplay revolves around quick and intense combat, with a precise cutting system that allows players to perform devastating attacks. The fighting mechanics, though initially challenging due to some control adjustments, were refined over time, offering smoother combat and greater satisfaction. The game also incorporates hack-and-slash elements, enabling a dynamic and creative playstyle. Each mission presents new challenges, maintaining a high tempo. The visual design is a mix of intense action and futuristic aesthetics, with environments and characters impressively stylized. The use of vibrant colors and detailed settings contributes to the immersion, while the game stands out for its variety of enemies and mechanics. Even after all these years, the title remains relevant due to its unique gameplay and the impact it had on the franchise, becoming a milestone in action games history. In 17th place, we have Batman Arkham Asylum, one of the games that redefines superhero titles by offering an immersive and unique experience. Initially launched with some technical issues, the game was gradually improved, with updates fixing many bugs and enhancing gameplay. The story follows Batman as he faces a rebellion at Arkham Asylum, battling iconic villains and trying to restore order to Gotham's most chaotic place. Combat, which was already innovative at launch, became even more refined over time, offering impressive fluidity in battles against crowds of enemies. The exploration mechanics and puzzles were also enhanced, with enemy detection and gadget use becoming more precise. Each mission brings a sense of tension, with the constant threat of villains and the dark atmosphere of the asylum. The evolution of combat and investigation systems allowed the game to stay dynamic as time went on. The visual design of Arkham Asylum still impresses, with a detailed recreation of the asylum, its dark corridors, and claustrophobic environments. Every area conveys the feeling of being immersed in a tense setting, where every corner hides something new. The interaction with the environment and how the game blends combat and exploration with narrative still resonates with fans. The impact of Batman endures over the years, setting a standard for superhero games and creating a benchmark for action and adventure titles. In 18th place, we have God of War Ascension, a title set before the main events of the series, focusing on Kratos' journey to redemption. Released with some technical issues, the game underwent updates that fixed bugs and improved gameplay, making it more fluid and dynamic. The story explores Kratos' origins and his struggle to break free from the chains of revenge that haunt him, offering a fresh perspective on his past. Combat, always a highlight of the franchise, was refined and improved, allowing for more varied tactics and attacks. The combat mechanics flowed more naturally over time, and the use of weapons and powers was balanced to provide a more tactical and challenging experience. The game also introduces exploration focused on puzzles and solving riddles, in addition to the intense battles. Character progression and new abilities keep Kratos' journey exciting. The visual design of Ascension remains impressive, with grand environments that capture Greek mythology and its majestic landscapes. Every setting is intricately crafted, reflecting the chaos and beauty of the myths. Time has been kind to the game, with improvements and bug fixes allowing it to remain relevant within the series. While not the most acclaimed, Ascension left its mark with refined gameplay and an intriguing narrative that further complements the franchise. In 19th place, we have The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, a game that, despite its controversial debut due to the cel-shading graphics, became one of the series' greatest classics. The story follows Link on a journey through a vast world full of islands, facing a great threat that risks the peace of his kingdom. With a narrative rich in emotion and the franchise's signature charm, the game delivers a unique sense of adventure. The gameplay stands out for its exploration of the sea, sailing between islands while solving puzzles, fighting enemies, and discovering secrets. Combat is fluid, and interacting with the environment and objects is essential to progress. The use of various weapons and tools, like the hook and sail, makes exploration even more dynamic and interesting. The progression system allows Link to evolve throughout the game, gaining new skills and powers. The world of The Wind Waker is vibrant and expansive, with an aesthetic that uses cell shading to create a unique and timeless atmosphere. Navigating the vast ocean, with its diverse and mysterious islands, makes the game feel like a true journey. The way music and environmental sounds intertwine with gameplay helps create an immersive world. Wind Waker remains one of the most beloved titles in the franchise, standing the test of time with its unique visuals and gameplay. In 20th place, we have Bulletstorm, a shooting game that stood out for its dynamic gameplay and focus on creativity during combat. Set in a futuristic world, you play as a soldier seeking revenge, but what truly sets this title apart are the innovative combat mechanics. The game encourages the use of creative combos, utilizing a variety of weapons and the ability to pull enemies with a leash, creating unique and exciting combat scenes. The gameplay is pure adrenaline, with a focus on scoring through combinations of attacks and weapons. Each enemy taken down creatively increases your score, encouraging experimentation with the game's mechanics. Character progression, along with a variety of weapons and powers, keeps each stage exciting. The pace of the game is fast, with action never letting up, keeping you constantly moving. Over time, Bulletstorm remains relevant not only for its unique gameplay, but also for the fun it provides. Although it was launched with some technical issues, the adjustments made over time allowed for a smoother and uninterrupted experience. The visual design, though simpler, still holds up with vibrant environments and an exaggerated approach that makes the game stand out within its genre. Bulletstorm is a title that has aged well, remaining relevant due to its irreverent and innovative combat style. Next up, we have Assassin's Creed IV Black Flag, a title that takes the franchise to the sea, turning you into a pirate during the golden age of piracy. The story follows an ambitious man caught in the middle of a war between assassins and Templars. The plot mixes action, exploration, and political intrigue as you sail the Caribbean seas, hunt treasures, and face the challenges of a crumbling empire. The naval combat, which was a new addition to the series, was refined, allowing you to fight at sea and explore an open world filled with islands and cities. Naval battles are intense, and using your ship to attack, loot, and explore makes the game even more immersive. On land, the gameplay follows the pattern of previous series entries, with parkour, stealth, and hand-to-hand combat. Edward's progression, through his skills and ship customization, keeps the journey engaging. The recreation of the Caribbean world is impressive, with vibrant landscapes and a vast array of environments to explore. The design of Black Flag transports you to an open world where each island, port, and ship plays a role in the narrative. Bug fixes and performance improvements over time made the game even smoother, allowing the gameplay to remain strong, even as the years went by. Black Flag remains one of the franchise's most iconic titles, thanks to its innovative gameplay and unforgettable setting. And tell me, which other game do you think has aged well and would make it onto this list? If you can, please subscribe to the channel to help me grow and never be unsure about what to play again. Also, I'd like to invite you to check out my second channel, which focuses on immersive gameplay. If you enjoy this kind of content, take a look. I'm sure you'll love it. A big hug, happy gaming, and see you tomorrow.